And we are back. We are back once again, going to Erangel. And that's Theo, did you take a look at the leaderboard? I haven't gotten a chance.
Refreshing them right now, and it looks like after all of that, cadets are still in the lead by a slightly larger margin. Looks like Alex Penn's Twitter feed, despite sneaking out like a sneaking out of literal hell on the west side of that zone, was not quite enough to net them any points. For the most part, all that game did was even out the scores a little bit, which I think is something that this lobby desperately needed.
Oh, absolutely. As you pointed out beforehand, it was kind of lopsided as you were telling us before. So I understand. I mean, me and you obviously want that, right? Considering that the games we did earlier today were like, no, I mean
No.
wanting to be evened out. Me and you wanted to be evened out, right?
Yeah.
So like, especially considering how today's games went with the EU and CIS region, right? And it was really exciting at the end of it, coming down to the wire, the last two games, and obviously that's something that you want to see.
Yeah, of course. You want the narrative to be like a healthy, competitive one, and not just one team curb stomping everyone else into the ground. That gets old after 12 games. That goes on after 6 games, and luckily that is not what we were seeing here in the slightest. However, the flight plan that we have going into this game is, I mean, game one zone was obviously awkward as hell, and game number two's flight plan, Pachinki is kind of hard to get to, and you can't get to anything east of Pachinki. You can't really get to anything north of it either. It's gonna be really hard to get to places like Rozhok, Isnaya, Milta Power, Lipovka, and these are spots that a lot of teams call home. Gonna be seeing a lot of long drops, I feel, in the farm area, but this time it's, I guess, reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was it? Is it the last team that dropped out? Is that 303 Esports? Is it Batty and D-Rich? So they're gonna go to Novo.
They got themselves a free Novo, dude. They're fine. If you get a free spot in this flight plan, you're feeling good.
Got themselves a free Novo, like they won in like a radio contest, and they've got themselves a free Novo.
I used to be told a lot by my college professors that I should get a job in a radio broadcast. I really thought about that.
My dad said the same thing. He's like, but not talking, like just working on it.
Is that a burn?
And he was like, because you're good with technical stuff, and I was like,
what about like a computer science guy? Like, what about an engineer?
Yeah. I guess maybe not. And my dad used to say that
that smart.
You're my third favorite son out of both of them. So I mean, clearly they're okay. So if we look down in military base, that we have Natalia clearly in a dangerous position. Yeah.
Do they have a gun? They do have a 6x Scar and an AK. Ooh, with a Kansas sight on. Oh, they're already dead. Kansas sights are. Ugh. I'm not a fan of them, but they work. They work. Karmazy with a Vector and Landu with the M4. These guys are looking for blood. They ain't looking. They're not even looting. They're looking for Natalia, and they're gonna get what they want.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh man.
Oh, they ran just past. What are they?
No way. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, and he gets it. Oh, almost getting both. Almost.
They did so good, but Nick is just too far away. But Landoon, he's hoping that the other team isn't closer. His team is going to be dropping him a first aid for the heal. This is going to give time for Nick Azera to actually close the gap, take this fight, maybe even flush Karmzy. Landoon hears him though.
Yeah, he gave that extra time. Takes a few shots. Now he knows kind of where he is.
This is really tense. Landoon beginning to tease the res. Nick be taking his time here. It has to go all into this garage to actually contest this res. Karmzy will get up in the meantime.
He's gonna get the heal off. Oh, and he just missed being seen as he runs in there. But he's spotted once again.
No frags, no Molotovs. This is only gunplay here. And at this point, both players getting their heals off. This is eventually gonna benefit Daniel Ricciardo in the long run. Oh, but here we go. Vector in hand. Karmzy's ready for it. And he's ready to die.
He gets one.
That was slow.
Oh, and he gets them both. Wow. What?
That should not have happened. I mean, great stuff from Nick Azera to survive that. But that push was not coordinated.
Wow, yeah, that should not have happened. That's going to be my autobiography when I get older. The title of it. That should have not happened.
That should not have happened.
I'm looking at northern Georgia as we see that Snakers has caught a peek of Tazinator and Dark Dreams. They rotated north. Are they going to be able to get it? Not quite. They are able
Early
to get
crossing.
away.
A lot of teams have to make a decision right around now. Which side of the river do we want to be on? It's right. I would say like 60-40 for north to south, I would say, where it ends up by the mid game. It could go even longer, like we've said before. Land ratio is no longer a thing. It could even stick along the river, for all that we know. But it's yes, a couple of teams might want to make their stand, make their call early. And
Speaking
if
of
you want to
making a
go
stand,
north, then you got to go now.
if you look just south of farm, right, just south of farm, we have Doro.
Oh god, they dropped here. They're still fighting.
I mean, I don't even know if they're fighting. I haven't seen much
Maybe they're
in the way.
chatting. Maybe they're just chilling. Oh, they got guns. They ain't chilling. Oh, but I think that at this point, Zoro and LND, who I thought was Landoon actually, but it's definitely not. There aren't two Landoons. They will be disengaging off to the northeast. So without any audio or visual confirmation, Byrish and Waiku's will not be able to figure this out until it is almost certainly too late. Although as I'm looking around, I don't think these guys have any par spawns to work with either, which is not optimal.
And then as we notice that, look at the bridge. You have Batty scouting it out. D-Rich behind him, bringing a vehicle up, making sure that there's no one else around, trying to make sure that they don't get ambushed here.
They get the only car within like a 1 kilometer radius here, as they continue on.
Oh, it looks like they have two vehicles.
Oh, that's even juicier.
They better hope that the other teams don't get jealous, you know?
Well, definitely will be some desperate shots coming out from those two teams we were just looking at here, if that does get sniffed out here.
They're being very cautious here looking for that. You see D-Rich moving up, taking aim, looking, scouting, and then letting Batty.
I feel like you play like this if you're wondering if you're getting like sniped, if like someone is specifically targeting you. This is like hyper conservative from 303.
Oh, and as I say there, it looks like Xavier gets taken out by Snakers and Shimboy. They're
fighting. Was out of a car.
Yeah. Tries to get across. Now it looks like our cautious winners down to one player.
Yeah, they decided to go across, and they did pay for that. It's not like rotating in your car is just free. It is come with a very small amount of risk.
Oh, and we need to be careful here as... Oh, we have farm stream then. Did they decide to then leave because they saw the vehicle? They wanted no part of that as they got close to Berg. And now the things are not going well for them in the vehicle. What are they doing here? Now they decide to come back?
They must have smelled something was wrong. They're willing to take a 1v2 that they believe this is. Burke, Frag does not go at the right place at all. It's on his own balcony. No way they can get there. Burke falling back to his back room in the second floor already. Farm, there a little bit of time will clear all of this. And Burke does have a lot of windows to play off of. Oh! Nice frag in. Doesn't get him, but good suppression by HVZ to make sure his teammate doesn't get taken down here for free.
And we see, HVZ trying to push up, trying to move in, wondering where. Getting that peek.
Good angle.
Way to hold it.
Slow peek.
Way to hold it as opposed to just throwing a nade in there, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised that worked out for them as well as it did. Peeker's advantage is a hell of a drug in this game. So getting taken down on a peak from an angle that's being held like that, like you have to go down really quick. I'm surprised that the player in the back room there, I already forgot his name because I'm dumb, I guess. But I'm surprised he wasn't like instinctively going for a quick peek.
Oh, and we are missing some action on the backside as it looked like Borg then getting a knock on check shooter and getting the flush. His teammate Tizak trying to disengage and take the long way around Corey.
Yeah. They were both playing in that town. Looks like that ambush from WBB actually ended up working out in their favor. Check can be going down early this game. And here we go. Phase one's going to be triggering soon. Which side of the river are we going on? Or is the river going to be the game? It's It's not as awkward as it used to be. You know, water is a lot more reasonable than back in the day when land ratio first existed. But still, no one likes the river ending.
Yeah, and if we look at north, we got Lobes and Chubba Bubba that are taking shots,
Going south.
and they've actually decided to relocate as they don't like that approach because of Luthug and T-Plants.
Well, real reason because of the zone here. Phase 2 went south, so they have no real reason to push the issue continuing down that north side if they have to go south anyway. So they'll be going back around where they came from, hoping it's clear, which it kind of is. But that'll give them a better entry into the Phase 2 zone for sure.
Oh, and as I say that, we got two teams moving right past. So we got Average Joe's is able to get some shots, but it looks like it was Jin and Tog.
Well, what is going on here? Hold on, I'm going back to It's Crop from the Average Joe's boys. There's a three-way team fight going on here between Crop, OMDB, and the Penn boys.
Yeah, he threw that grenade off the top of the bottom of the roof that hit. Getting hits on the house that it really needed to be on the player in that spot.
Third party. Coming in from behind, Martin going to be taking Blitz down. Pasa, who is going in for a push, is now going to be going in to try and keep his team in this game. Penn, they're just sitting pretty. They probably even heard Pasa go into this room. Maybe, actually, Crop definitely did as well. Heard him go into that building next door. So definitely a precarious position between these two solo players, and Penn just kind of lording over it all, waiting to see if there's a spot they can react to properly.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to be able to take this, or they're going to push it at all, or decide to disengage or just wait.
They might react to a fight. Probably not going to try and take control of an awkward one like this, though.
It's Crop throws a nade. Quite able to get it. Oh, through the window.
Crop almost dying there. Oh, in the meantime, Penn getting crashed on the low ground. 2v2 coming on here. Roth holding the back already. Will not get run. Oh, but he will get gunned down, leaving only Pax inside to hold him off. Holy, they just pulled that gun down.
Wow. And I wonder if they know that anyone else is in the houses just west of them.
Oh, almost certainly not. They would not expect it either.
Let's see, it's Crop. He's trying to reposition himself outside the house in hopes that he can get this. Pasa now moving. Throwing a grenade. He still thinks he's inside.
Good reposition, wasting Pasa's resources. Now, the low ground team Borg, well, they know what's going on now.
They've been alerted.
So it depends on how they want to play that. Like, there's no way that frag was meant for them. This has to be a third party that they can get going here. So we'll see how they end up wanting to treat this.
Absolutely. Pasa could have almost sealed his fate with that nade. Inadvertently.
Well, they're still okay. Borg doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They're more than content to slow play after risking their lives in a crash in Phase 2. For a compound that really is a surprising target to crash, actually, I'm looking at it. A very, very strange one right there.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely a strange one to have. Yeah. Looking at the map here, we can see that places got crowded. We look at the ruins. There's quite a 3, 4, and then you have water. Another team in there.
Ooh, yeah. Low Boy sharing a compound with another team as well. And Phase 2 is with the Pops, so we'll be seeing how strong the spot that is. Oh, it goes back north. Oh boy, this is gonna get ugly.
This is gonna get real ugly, and we still hit. And actually, you know, the rotation by 303 Esports, by D-Rich and Betty Lowell, actually looks to be a smart one, as they have gone north of the river, taking the long way around, and that's going to probably pay off for them, as there's not a whole lot of teams there.
I mean, I'll call it lucky. Like, they didn't know where the zone was gonna go in Phase 2. Like, they made a call, and it ended up working out for them. And honestly, it's not. Well, I guess it's not really that lucky or unlucky. It's like the zone likes to keep something in play to cut it in half. Right now, that thing is the river. So making that play, they're now alone on the northeastern side, because a lot of these players, they're used to classic Erangel, where it's like, okay, one of these two sides of the river has to be the thing. Has to be forced out. It has to be like, I see that I'm either on it, I'm on the right side or the wrong side. But with this new Erangel, sometimes there's no right side. Sometimes you're just in the zone, and the zone stays in the water.
Absolutely. Oh, we have a team up on top of the mountains here, and they are just getting an eyeful from it. Although, as you've pointed out before, you gotta be careful being alone up here, because it's so easy for a team to just push up on you without you knowing because there's just so much ground to cover.
That's usually done a lot more when Everest is a focal point. When it's late like this, I would be a little bit surprised. That being said, Krop, he's been known to make some plays like that, and he might end up pushing them eventually, as he just arrived on the west side of Everest. Alex, GG, and Maddie 50 making the move over there
now
as
we
well.
we see in ruins here. We got what looks to be Patron. He has gotten quite close to Darth and Styles to mix results.
For sure.
Yeah, he's definitely creeping. Trying to
I
help
think
out
that
his
Darth
teammate.
might know he's kind of slow walking here as well, making sure that he isn't being too loud. Glorygen makes a lot of noise here, actually, on the right side.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a... Yeah, Darth actually heard that for sure, which is a pretty big mistake.
Absolutely heard that.
Oh, Darth making a lot of noise himself. Patron potentially getting a knock here. Oh, I think this is going to be it.
Oh, he gets taken from... It's taken from behind as Patron flanked. Glorygen keeping his attention.
Yeah, Glorygen still on low ground. Patron on the far side. Styles is I think that stealth at this point isn't really an option here. He begins getting fragged as well. Doesn't even flinch as the frag brings him down to 16 HP. Patron to be in this window here soon.
Oh, and frag. That's gonna send
him in.
Yeah. Well played.
The thing is that Styles is like moving around ever so slightly. If you're that close, crouch walking, slow walking, it will make so much noise if you're listening for it. So even though he didn't flinch at the explosion, still heard him just reposition and said, all right, I'll check another frag in there. I know the first one hurt you a little bit.
Oh, let's man, we have a lot of teams on that south side as the new circle pops and it centers around the river, as you see
Garbage
there.
boys.
Yeah. And I mean, Mountain, look how many teams you have on there now. It was 4 until I guess Maddie and Alex decided to leave in that situation. Got the bomb squad had it pretty easy so far, and cadets have not moved for what has been a significant amount of time.
Yeah, cadets compound is looking to be one of the stronger in the game, only really rivaled by the garbage boys, Owen Bear and Jake. Those are the two spots that are going to be almost impossible to deal with unless you go for a hard crash. Probably your best odds there. But everyone else, there's a ton of people taking it with the ruins. Everest is looking to be a focal point in the game soon as well, and even beyond, there's even more fights breaking out here on the east side as well. There's just a lot of people alive in this phase of the game.
And Chubbawubba is able to get a knock and a flush. Average Joe's is eliminated by Lush as he goes down. And on the south side, we have Coda and his teammate and the X looking to suppress oppressors, and they do. As Oldness and Tomas make their way up because that interaction took way too long and has drawn their attention.
Great reaction there from Tuomas and Oldless. There is a potential third party with the frag right on Dakota, bringing him down quite low. The second one might do him in. I think he's not far enough away, but no, it's a shot in the back from Byresh that takes him down from just W.
Wow.
Tuomas and Oldless almost certainly heard those shots, and now these guys are going to be running in parallel to each other toward the zone. Sooner or later, that fight's going to break out. The only question is when.
Absolutely. The only question is when. And if they're going to run into each other now. But up top of Everest, you got two teams coming into contact. You got Lush and Hayes. And
Lush
they're going to Borg.
Ooh, Paraka putting on a clinic. One knock brings the second player down. Doesn't even take a scratch. That fight really had to go that well too, because look, they're on the edge of the zone. If they take too much damage or that fight slows down, Alex and Maddie shoot him in the back, but they're both ready and raring to fight. They have decent odds against.
They have rotated around to the complete opposite side of the mountain and decided to come up and try to have a go at it with whoever is up top here. They were on the complete west side, the farthest west side team, mountain-wise, and then they have rotated all the way around. I believe Maddie here's the vehicle. Yeah, he definitely hears the vehicle.
Oh, thank you, Alex GG. Nutty play with the 249. Paraka will actually dismount from his vehicle. He definitely had the meds to blue tank if he wanted to, but he's just going to be taking the fight instead of disengaging.
Yeah.
Usually we see the opposite happen.
Yeah, Maddie and Alex GG then leaving. I guess.
Oh, that's a little insane. Yeah, Paraka's dead though, dude.
Wow.
Whoa! You're not supposed to win that fight, dude. Oh, but he's gonna die to the blue, I think.
Yeah, Maddie sprayed But can he get the res? I don't think he's gonna be able to. I don't think so.
Well, Maddie was AFK for
Oh,
about
he's-
5 seconds after dying, so it's definitely not a way that you're going to get to your teammate if you just kind of give up after you go down. Alex GG will be able to make his way into the zone, but he's receiving some fire now
Oh,
from the north.
we have 3 teams here in danger. We got Patron TV, we got Bombstream, and then we have Just W just outside trying to push in. And as that happens, the cadets take care of the bomb squad as they move in.
Cadets compound just got insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have really, really good terrain to take down everyone coming in from the south side. Speaking of the south, though, you're kind of talking with them a second ago. Just W, they're in a great position to win this the fight to end ownership of ruins here, gatekeeping all of it.
Yeah. Although cadets keep finishing people, and as we say that, it looks like LNDS was taken out by M1.
Yep, I think that Cadets was able to get one of those knocks, and he pushed into this building, and he was able to finish that team off. So a little bit of a third party coming in there.
Chubba Bubba and Lobes, are they swimming across? They're swimming across towards the ruins here.
Yeah, that's really reasonable, actually. Water, wasn't as bad as before. A lot of other players that are around are kind of focusing on what they're going to do. This is not a spot I would really watch myself, but now they will be spot out by Owen Bear, who actually is going to get taken down from another player from 303.
Yeah.
That was the player shooting in the back. These guys have free entry to the zone, potentially.
Yeah, that was an excellent play. Patience pays off for 303 Esports. D-Rich getting the kill on Owen Bear, and now they have decided to move back. Are they going for their vehicles, or oh, is it too far out? Oh, D-Rich is still going to go for it. D-Rich is still going to go for it, and as I say that, now we go back over to Chubba Bubba.
Yeah, he's got eyes on Waiku's already, lining up the ambush, waiting for the right moment. Lobes as well. He's focusing on the solo as well, so 2 different players from that same team taking 2 different fights here. Chubba
But wait too long.
turned on!
Lobes, and now is going to have to retreat. As that happens, Jake takes out Lobes, and they're done with it. Oh, D-Rich is now moving in to the Wizard's Tower.
Good spot for them. That's actually surprising they're able to claim that under the noses of garbage. They should be able to claim this for quite a long time. Those frags are going to be very hard to land through those windows.
But I don't think that would have happened if they hadn't have taken out Owen Bear. If Owen Bear and Jake had both been there, I think that they probably
But Jake, they're still trying to control space across the river. 2 players in the Wizard Tower is a pretty big risk. It's understandable to go for, and that was just mostly just an insane play from 303 to take the spot.
Yeah, and we see Cadets now taking some shots at Taz as he tries to rotate over that hill, but he's not going to be able to get it. And as that happens, Snakers gets dealt some damage. He's going to have to heal up. Ooh, that's
He's going to heal up, but they're also going to have find a new way into this zone here. Their compound is finally no longer in play. And at this point, there isn't really any 2 strong compounds besides Emmy's Wizard Tower, which we saw come into play a long time ago. He's been pretty quiet, but now this might be his time to take control of this game.
Yeah, now that Wizard Tower, D-Rich and Batty Lowell is going to play a big part here, because you gotta have all 4 of those guys going to have to get across, right? And who knows how else they might have line of sight on.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Emmy kind of in charge of keeping both the Cadets and 303 out. If 303 decide to go over their cars at the right time, that might be a good way across. But if they try to walk it, they're going to attract a lot of attention.
Kazan here gets in a vehicle, and the Cadets will just not leave him alone. They are not letting that go as he drives his vehicle into the water to get across. He's got 17 HP.
That might work, as long as he doesn't drown.
Unless, oh yeah, Goose is gonna see him. VHZ lovers.
Oh no.
He's gonna have a line of sight.
Oh no, I think Taz might have spotted him as well. Yeah, Taz can see him from under the water. Makes a play. He goes for it. He goes. Oh, what's going on?
What? Not quite
what?
able.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird.
That was very weird.
Must have been some water shenanigans going on with his weapon. Very unfortunate way to be going out there.
And Lowboy then tries to take the fight. He gets a knock. Why?
Wait, he's still alive? I thought he was dead. That's insane that he's even taking this fight and winning it.
Is he gonna? Oh no, this looks like a bad situation. No!
That was insane.
That little lip that Beersh was on was just enough to keep him from being able to hit Low Boy. Low Boy, 3 HP, getting the wipe. Wow.
Oh, that oof. You definitely just got to kind of take the crouch there and go for the peekage advantage that you know you have. Lowboy, though, very impressive play. I thought he was dead a while ago, but he's actually the one that takes control of the southeast side. And now, with that duo being dead, the only duos that are left are not in great spots in the zone right now.
And one of the duos is taking shots from Jake, and the other is having to swim past Guzziera, who is himself under the bridge in the water.
Battylow's gonna die unless D-Rich makes a play. Jake's gonna be hard peeking Batty. Rich making it under the bridge. But I think that Batty, if he doesn't get shot, he might just drown.
I don't know if Jake's gonna be able to do it. He doesn't quite have the eyesight, if you're looking at it. Now the question is, do they know Guzziera is right here?
There was someone. D-Rich is like spending a lot of time looking at the east side of that bridge. But as the next zone pops, I think that this is barely playable for 303 if they just... Yeah, the rock in front of D-Rich, I think, is barely playable, so they can still kind of chill out here, but it's going to get awkward if they don't make some kind of space for themselves.
And Guzziera could play spoiler. They have no clues back there. He's just treading water. Oh, now he starts to move. I wonder if they can hear.
I don't think that swimming makes noise. I don't think it does. I'm not sure.
He might get away scot-free here. Oh, and cadets start to rotate in.
Oh, that's a play. They're a duo. There's not alive. I think they're one of the only duos left, and they're one of the only ones that can actually have a little bit of freedom right now, as Emmy is kind of getting sieged by some grenades from someone there. Snaker's making his own stop there. Shinboy continues toward that fire happening on the east
Lowboy gets taken out by Alex.
Going down.
Emma's trying to get a thing. Oh, it looks like Batty is pushing around, looking underneath the bridge, trying to see. I feel like he knows or heard somebody there as he's holding that angle.
Yeah, he's definitely aware of it, or at the very least just covering it. Grizera, he is a long way into the zone. He essentially has to either push 3-3 or cross this road. Neither of them are winning propositions for him in the slightest, but oh my god, he's just snaking in at just the right time. Is this actually going to work? How do you even make this play? Was that based on audio alone?
I have no clue. I have no clue. That has to be audio and luck, right?
It wasn't visual. It must have just been audio plus a humongous brain.
And they are both looking for Jake after he took shots.
Oh man, Zera now has to decide if he wants to take shots or survive.
I don't even know if he knows where they went. Is he up higher? And he's kind of exposed right now. Oh, he definitely sees him. Definitely, this is a bad way.
He returned it. Maybe. Oh, he whipped around for a second. Oh boy, this is tense.
This is really tense as he's going to creep up. He could be spotted by if he's not. Oh no! Now I think he's just over the lip, just enough.
Oh yeah, definitely enough over the lip here. Phase 8 gonna pop. Kind of more of the same, but a lot. No, every person's piece of cover right now is not in play here.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Play together, boys. Play together. D-Rich taking some shots. Batty. Is he making a play? Oh, he barely makes it. Jake's trying to get the kill steal on the down player, but it's not gonna work. Is he have any frags? No, he doesn't.
Just enough cover. He's not gonna be able to. He can't. Oh, Batty, don't move too much. He's able to get that res.
Okay.
He's able to get that res. Impressive. And we see that. Oh, we got on the opposite side. We look at cadets. They have moved around and found Alex GG. And French Frogs are out in 5th place.
Nice play from the cadets, just kind of taking care of one part of the zone at a time. With him going down, they now have access and a wall to put their backs against here on the south side of the zone. Coincidentally, it is also high ground with some of the only solid cover in it. This is a game-winning play for cadets.
M1 in the Wizard Tower.
They've known he was there for a while. It's just a question of can he even make it out. There's some hard cover he can work with on the outside, but not much is left. The shed on the outside is all but destroyed. Even if it was functional, cadets could easily spray that down.
Yeah, oh, now Snakers has spotted D-Rich on the far side, landed a shot, but not going to be able to get any more as he ducks back behind cover.
The smoke's going to be crucial here for 303. They're beginning to push toward Jake. We'd rather take a 2v1 than a 1v1. Got to clear their backs as well. Will it work? Jake's going to hear it coming.
Jake taking damage. Oh.
Snakers
Snakers then stealing the kill.
I'm not sure if those was a kill steal. I think D-Rich definitely did not have that figured out. That is going to give 3 a breath of life, a chance going into this game. Getting those heals off of Cadets, moving up their high ground, looking to take control of center zone here.
And now it's a 2v2v1.
How many smokes does Emmy have?
And
He has tons. He is ready.
And 3 grenades too.
That's a dangerous cocktail right there. That's a way to get a couple of double kills.
Batty has 3 smokes. D-Rich has none. Now let's take a look at Snakers. Oh, did he just get that drop? Yes, he did. Now he's got 4. He's got 4 smokes, 2 mollies, and a nade, and he's got level 3 armor, all new. And Shinboy has 3 smokes. Uh-oh, that looks like it's gonna be.
Oh, everyone's just bullying the solo. Shinboy's gonna get it. 7th kill for them versus the 2 from 303.
Oh, and then the grenade rings out. Oh, and Batty Low is down from that
They're getting
grenade.
Destroyed. Through 4 different smoke clouds, D-Rich gets brought to 1 HP from gunfire, and Batty Lol goes down from a frag.
D-Rich now is in trouble. He needs to get some kind of knock here with a grenade. Oh,
is this it? Oh, that was a Molotov. More Molotovs, D-Rich. Oh my God, Batty Lol walking into the fire. Shinboy almost going down from a spray from D-Rich.
Oh,
But repeat, the first shot killed.
Not quite able to get the knock when he had the chance. And they go down in 2nd place. The Cadets getting their 2nd win of the day with 9 kills.
Shinboy's first shot out of that cover was a headshot. When he was wrapping around the smoke, that was so good from the Cadets there to end that game. And at this point, that's going to solidify their spot in 1st place. They're 1st place going into this game.
Yeah, that was so impressive. And on that note, we will take one last break, right, before we go into the last game of the day. Not the last game of the finals, last game of the day, because there are 12 games, so you have 6 more.